Strategic partner diversity categories present an unprecedented opportunity like no other. Welcome. This short video was created to be informative and make evident the huge lucrative niche market opportunities to be had with our fast-growing network of craft beer retail reseller partners across the various craft beer retail industry categories. This is an overview of the alcoholic beverages market, which outlines categorically the awesome business potential to be had and cultivated for those craft breweries interested in expanding their market share in partnership with the Guardian Craft Brewery Network and our craft beer retail reseller partners. The beer, wine, and liquor stores industry comprises specialty shops specifically licensed to sell alcoholic beverages for off-premise consumption. Industry operators have remained in high spirits over the past 5 years to 2019. Amid rising per capita disposable income, many establishments have experienced strong sales of high margin and imported beverages, which are typically less available at alternative retailers. Additionally, consumer preferences have shifted away from popular global beer brands towards local craft beer styles that boast high quality ingredients and a variety of unique flavors. As a result, industry revenue is expected to grow at an annualized 2.7% to an estimated $60 billion over the next 5 years. Some analysts believe that there could be a slowdown in the craft beer segment soon, with some areas of the country reaching saturation and large breweries acquiring smaller operations, which is why these small craft breweries need to look for a niche market opportunity that will give them a serious competitive advantage over their competitors. The Guardian Craft Brewery Network and our craft beer retail reseller partner network gives them that competitive edge through the implementation of cutting-edge, targeted multi-channel marketing, business resource and customer relation management technologies, aggressive business-to-business network partnership building initiatives at conventions, conferences, trade shows, and local business networking events. Niche market military first responders and emergency response community consumer loyalty programs, and community partnership initiatives, on-call sales and marketing teams, just to name a few. Let us consider how big this market opportunity is. Breweries. At the end of 2017, there were over 6,300 breweries in the United States, including 6,266 craft breweries subdivided into 2,252 brew pubs, 3,812 microbreweries, and 202 regional craft breweries. From 2013 data, according to the Beer Institute, the brewery industry employed around 43,000 Americans in brewing and distribution positions and had a combined economic impact of more than $246 billion. The state with the highest number of craft breweries per capita is Vermont, with one brewery for every 24,067 people. Local bars and lounges in the United States have grown steadily since the mid-1990s, reaching $23.5 billion in 2015. This sector includes bars, pubs, lounges, taverns, and nightclubs, as well as other drinking places that primarily sell alcoholic beverages for immediate consumption. The National Restaurant Association estimated that food and drink sales in U.S. bars and taverns would reach $19.9 billion in 2016. Liquor stores. In the United States, there are 42,941 liquor stores, with a total annual revenue of $45 billion. In 18 states, liquor stores are monopoly run. Keep in mind the fact that liquor stores are usually small strip mall stores, sometimes located in low-income areas. And the majority of liquor stores are single-owned, non-franchise operations with an average of 3 to 6 employees. Conventions, conferences, and trade shows. According to a study, the economic significance of meetings to the U.S. economy, written by Price Waterhouse and Coopers on January 24th, 2014, indicated that in 2012 there were 284,600 conventions, conferences, and trade shows in the United States, with a total of 87 million attendees that generated revenue of $22 billion. Veteran fraternal organizations. There are currently 36,000 veteran membership service organizations located in 3,007 counties, 64 parishes, 19 organized boroughs, 10 census areas, 41 independent cities, and the District of Columbia, for a total of 3,142 counties and county equivalents in the 50 states and the District of Columbia that generated $26 billion in liquor sales in 2017. Fraternal organizations. There are 16,751 fraternal organizations in 3,007 counties, 64 parishes, 19 organized boroughs, 10 census areas, 41 independent cities in the District of Columbia, for a total of 3,142 counties and county equivalents in the 50 states and the District of Columbia, of whom 2/3 openly support the military community and generated $7.2 billion in liquor store sales in 2018. Military bases. There are 420 military installations in the 50 states, including the District of Columbia, Guam, and Puerto Rico, each of which operates a selection of liquor stores, main exchanges, officer, NCO, and enlisted clubs, and restaurants that sell or serve liquor, who generated $14 billion in liquor sales in 2016. Restaurants. The number of restaurants in the United States reached a total of 660,755. This is a relatively small figure in comparison to the wider restaurant industry, for which food and drink sales were expected to rise to approximately $783 billion during 2016. Warehouse clubs and supercenters. The warehouse clubs and supercenters industry is made up of those stores that retail discount groceries along with other basic goods such as appliances, and they achieve cost savings by leveraging economy of scale, offering products in bulk or charging membership fees. As a result of a rising corporate profit and per capita disposable income, industry revenue is expected to increase at an annualized rate of 1.3% over 5 years to 2018, with a revenue totaling $502.5 billion. Grocery stores. There are 3,507 U.S. supermarket stores offering natural or gourmet foods. The total number of U.S. supermarket stores amounted to 38,307 that year, who totaled or generated $32 billion in liquor sales in 2018. Convenience stores. Craft beer sales are climbing at convenience stores. For the 50 weeks ending in July 16th of 2016, research firm IRIS data show total sales of craft beer in America's C-stores reached 1.1 billion, up 9.2% compared to the same period a year ago. It's true that C-stores have had a lower share of craft beer sales, but they're experiencing more tremendous growth than other channels right now. Hotels. There are 54,200 hotel properties in the United States, filling over 5 million guest rooms. There are more than 1.1 billion guest nights annually in the United States. 27,200 that serve liquor, which generated $22 billion in liquor sales in 2016. It's a fact that over 2/3 of these businesses mentioned in these individual categories support the nation's military, first responder, and emergency response volunteer communities, if not more. Just imagine the enormous opportunities to be had by your brewery, or you in partnership with those craft beer retail resellers in the above categories who are located in your market with the same interest in growing their business and profits while in service to America's heroes and the communities in which they live and do business. Thank you for the time provided to view this video. We hope you were able to see the huge business opportunity potential and will join us in this heroic endeavor.